It's a 4-minute ad. It's taken out during the Super Bowl. He's driving home, loading a shotgun.
Yeah. Wait, and then he shoots at the bottle and it's bulletproof. Josh now in bulletproof glass.
Oh my gosh. You have to tell me which ones.
I will.
I want to know where you perform.
I'm gonna tag you in every single story.
Yeah, please.
But if you can tell me which hawker center to go to,
I'll send you a bunch.
Because you sent me the list of dishes I'm gonna eat, and you bet your ass I'm gonna eat them.
What is a hawker center?
A hawker center is like a food court, but it's open air and it's sweaty.
Oh, okay.
And you can like reserve a seat by leaving a packet of tissues there.
Oh,
yeah.
Like a food sauna.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
Yeah, like a food sauna. Get really sweaty. Get a young boy to dry you up.
What?
Huh?
That's a sauna.
Yeah.
Sauna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's a restaurant here called Singaporean
Okay.
in like Central, and they try to recreate that experience by like giving you like tissue packets so you can
And turning up the heat.
Yeah. Turning up the heat.
Full blast heating on at all times.
Yeah, you feel like a kebab.
And that's what I'm actually looking for in my restaurant experience.
Yeah.
Discomfort?
Can I change the subject for one quick sec?
No,
Please.
absolutely not. We're going to stick to one subject for the whole runtime.
There's a thought that's been plaguing me, and I need to talk about it. Have you ever thought about how expensive it must be to be a furry?
Oh my gosh.
It's so expensive. Think about it. You always need to check a bag if you're traveling to a furry conference. The custom suit, so expensive. You can't machine wash that. You're dry cleaning it.
Yeah.
That's so expensive.
Do you reckon they're wearing the custom suit on the flight to save money?
Like Ryanair style and then putting a jacket on top.
Like, it's not baggage, I'm wearing it.
Looking like Scooby-Doo in the Scooby-Doo film.
Yeah.
You remember when he's in the airplane pretending to be a lady? Anyone?
It's like that bit in The Sopranos where they're... Oh, wait, is that Sopranos or is it Goodfellas? I think it's actually in Goodfellas where like the FBI is like taking all of the wife's stuff, like the jewelry and whatever, because it's like proceeds of crime. But the rule is they can't take anything she's wearing. And he's like, she's wearing that. And he's like throwing like fucking fur coats on her and stuff. But just doing that with the furry suit.
I don't think that's in Goodfellas. But also, you got to dry clean the fursuit, presumably like a lot.
Yeah.
Like you have to dry clean it every time you wear it. You probably will create a situation in which it needs to be dry cleaned.
Get all the cum out.
Yeah.
But also the travel, because I'm assuming...
Is it a sex thing for them? There's
yes,
one
it
thing.
is a sex thing.
Okay, yeah. Because if there is one thing I don't get, I get it at an abstract level, which is it's a sex thing, fine. But for so many people, who sort of.
I really think if it's not a sex thing, you're wasting your time.
Okay.
If you're doing something that elaborate and it's not a sex thing,
my
that's
opinion
crazy.
has always been desire is malleable. People aren't born furries.
But they do die furries.
Well, yeah.
You see something.
Being furry is a choice.
You say,
that's the official position of the podcast.
Yep, that's right. You want us to do you want us to take this one out? You want us to take this one out? That being furry is a choice.
I saw a furry convention in Birmingham. Yeah, they all did a long like Exodus walk to the town square.
To do what?
To just hang out. And then next to
Birmingham furries is
did they
fucked
get
up.
kicked out of the Holiday Inn Express?
No.
It's fucking terrible being a big wolf in Birmingham. No one accepts us. All I want to do is get fucked by a big fox. No one wants to let us do it. We tried to have a convention at the Bullring. They banned us.
That's how they spoke. And then next to it, there was like a rally for Hong Kong refugees. So in the same town square, it's like, oh, wow, you can really, they welcome everyone here in Birmingham. I was
They're hearing everybody out.
I was really saddened because
displaced and desperate people, and also the refugees from Hong Kong.
But also, like, no one was
Very
at
good.
the refugee rally. There was like it was less in attendance.
Well, that's your assumption that the furries aren't also very passionate about refugee rights.
Oh yeah, maybe
Free
refugees from Hong Kong.
Free Jimmy Lai. Also, if you are a giant badger, fuck me.
Yeah. Well, that's what people don't tell you about the CCP crackdowns in Hong Kong is they were very anti-big badgers fucking
Yeah,
you.
it's like, look, we at the Xi Jinping thought has a lot of characteristics. One of them is cut that shit out. That's one of the tenets of Xi Jinping thought. Socialism with Chinese characteristics involved. Come on, stop that.
Well, that was the origin of the Sino-Soviet split because Brezhnev was very into furries.
It's true.
And Zhou Enlai was incredibly against furries.
Well, you've seen those pictures of Chinese dry cleaners who said no fursuits.
Yeah.
And then there's sort of the underground ones who did actually dry clean them.
Yeah. This is sort of Falun Gong dry cleaning.
I love going to see furry Shen Yun.
Yeah. 1,000 years of furry history.
1,000 years of weird and off-putting history.
This is a good podcast to just listen to. I kind of want to just.
You hear that?
I just want to listen to this.
You know how they called China before communism? It was like China. I actually don't know what the spin on that is. I find this too funny. I'm sorry. Cut this out. This is embarrassing.
Chiang Kai-shek, and he's
yeah, there you go.
See, I'm not literate enough in Chinese history in order to make that joke.
Yeah, you guys know a lot. This is really you dropped that Zhou Enlai on me. I was like, it's crazy.
I love the idea.
I know a tiny bit about everything. It's very surface level.
I love the idea. You know the famous French Revolution quote from Zhou Enlai is he was asked after the Cultural Revolution what have been the long-term effects of the French Revolution, and he famously said, "It is too soon to tell." I like imagining Zhou Enlai saying that, but dressed as like an otter.
What have been the long-term effects of furry sex?
Yeah, I guess the long-term effects of when the first Committee on Public Safety started chopping heads is then people started to get very liberal ideas about like what you can get a boner while dressed up as.
Well, I wonder what's the relationship between the extinction of a species and how popular it is in the furry community.
Okay, well, hold on.
How many dingoes?
Yeah.
Are
dingoes extinct?
Are they? Am I making that up?
They're still terrorizing the Australian
Reddit.com. Okay, r/furry. There should be more furries that use extinct animals.
Raise awareness.
That's
Raise awareness.
There are many extinct animals that would make some great personas.
Not all mammoths are extinct.
I mean, God, it would be a really good bait and switch to have your fursuit be a mammoth, but then have a tiny penis.
Yeah.
It's normal size.
Yeah. Hey, dogs, bears, and hyenas are quite popular personas. But did you know?
Hyena persona.
What? Maybe just you laugh a lot.
Invest in yourself. Love yourself more than a hyena fursuit.
Yeah. I'm a carrion feeding furry.
You could be anything you want, and you chose a hyena, girl.
Hyena is cheeky.
Yeah.
I think you have to come up with not just the costume, but the personality.
Like mascots. Well, you know, in American universities, mascots, the audition process is you have to, without obviously saying anything because they don't talk, show the persona of the mascot in the audition.
That's beautiful.
So like some of them are angry, and some of them are cheeky, and some of them are stupid, and you have to show it with your body language, and that's the audition. Stupid is a personality.
Yeah,
it's a very popular personality.
Yeah. Well, I'm the CTE beaver. That's the mascot for the Indianapolis Beavers or whatever. I come out like. I'm like nibbling on a bit of wood that's clearly attached to the stand. I'm trying to build a dam in front of the touchline.
You're a chilling warning of things to come for the players who are being abused by the university.
Yeah.
You're the helmet awareness beaver.
There he is, the CTE beaver. Whole dam fell on him, and now he's got just enough intelligence to be the mascot.
Yes, the CTE beaver. Yes, that's right. He is doing his halftime show, which is, of course, he's pretending to film a local car dealership commercial, then getting irritable and angry, and yes, he's throwing the microphone and storming off.
Oh, no. Venn diagram between mascots and furries, go.
Zero overlap.
You
Nothing.
think so?
Yeah, zero.
Work and play, never mix?
I think that's because the mascots, that's for someone who idolizes the sports team but has no upper body.
Oh,
Furries,
a failed athlete.
Furries are drama people.
A failed person.
Yeah. It's theater kid coded.
Yeah. It's if you're it's theater kid chess club.
Sorry, I just said that a furry is a failed person. I take that back.
Try being a big dog.
I have to be a better ally to the furry community.
But did you know that there were dog bears, bear dogs, dog hyenas, hyena dogs? Don't these sound like wonderful personas?
Okay, but why are they only passionate about extinct dogs?
I think we instead of giving a funny answer, I just gave my real one. I think that the answer is probably that people want to do fursuits of animals they can anthropomorphize easily.
Right, and they can't be like a bird or something.
Well, this says there's also the titanoboa, a massive snake. Snake sonas tend to be very long, but a titanoboa could take that to the extreme. If you like big things, but snakes aren't your thing, there's the elephant bird and the argentavis. The elephant bird is basically a big ostrich.
Right.
Why are furries looked down upon, but they have the musical cats?
That's such a good question.
That is a great question.
Why is that not allowed?
I think people look down on the musical cats.
the movie maybe, but people love that memory song.
Okay,
They're like,
first of all, not only memory. Cats is full of amazing songs. Are you
I
kidding
don't
me?
know that one.
Ever, never. Is this? Do we have copyright for this? Could we ever? A cat so clever like magical Mr.
You know what?
Mustopheles. My cavity. There's no one like my cavity. Do you
Fill
know?
up my cavity. Yeah.
So you know what? If you think about this, a great way to test how good you are at singing is if you sing so well that we do get a copyright strike.
Yeah. That's a goal
That's
for
the
us.
challenge.
Yeah, the goal is to
One
get
day.
the video demonetized, so we don't earn the dozens of dollars we get from ads.
Me at the
Yeah.
karaoke practicing. Okay, but you know how the Horniman Museum and all loads of other old museums, the taxidermists had
The
to
Horny Man Museum.
Horny Man Museum.
Yeah.
They had to like recreate animals they've never seen before, so they would stuff them wrong
Yeah.
or like paint them
Oh,
wrong
like
because
how they had dinosaurs sort of standing up
yeah,
as
Yeah.
opposed to
Or
sort
they-
of going horizontal. They made dinosaurs way more cool.
sure.
Yeah, sure.
And
okay,
then they,
sure.
or like to painters, they would like explain what a lion is, and a painter would approximate it. Would
Yeah,
you
like
go,
the medieval paintings of animals where it's like the most fucked up animal you've ever
exactly?
seen. Yeah.
But with extinct animals, you're going to the I don't know, the furry design lab. Who's making fursuits?
So
And you're just explaining to him what a big snake is.
One-
How are you?
I was brought over in the 1940s to design fursuits.
yeah.
So
So
the NASA needed people.
Kinky Gamer Mistress says, as
Gamer
someone
with a Y.
as someone
Yeah,
with
okay.
an Oryx persona, I wholeheartedly agree. An Oryx persona would be incredible. 'cause
What's
it
an
would-
oryx? Can I look?
An
it up?
Oryx
Yeah,
is
what
like
is that?
it is the predecessor of like the modern, I think, ox or like cow, but it's like this ancient Ice Age European mega cow.
What are you telling the
Sexy.
what are you telling the,
The XL
Etsy
beefy.
seamstress when you are explaining what it is that you
I
want?
want a fursuit that requires a shipping container.
Yeah.
I basically want to get into my fursuit like a
Yeah.
fucking Gundam.
Yeah.
I want it to be an Oryx.
Wow.
I want to tramp. I want to be the darling of the convention with my enormousness. Also, it has to be assless.
Yeah.
My ass needs to be
Wow.
exposed at the back of this fursuit that otherwise requires a mechanism to operate a shipping container to transport.
It should be a
The
pantomime.
darling
of the
with my
convention.
enormousness.
A pantomime horse, but for like 15 guys. One guy's the ass at the back, and one guy's the cock at the front, and then
have to-
everything else in the middle
they
is
have
just
to-
the engine room.
They have to rotate who gets to be the ass, and you could do it with a rowing team. You have an 8-man
Yeah,
rowing team.
yeah,
You get
exactly.
a cocks up at the front, being like, step.
Oh, the cock's up at the front, all right. Yeah.
This podcast covers everything. I can't help but to zoom out and look at it and reflect on it. It's
Well-
lovely stuff.
Jen, I have a question for you. Before
Oh, I wanted more furry stuff.
before we started the podcast, we can keep on the furry stuff.
Yeah.
But we established that you were 26 years old,
26 years.
which does
of
make
being
you a
alive.
Gen Z. Can you,
Yeah, I'm the last ones. I
in
think.
sincerity, as like a Gen Z correspondent for
Yeah.
Glue Factory, could you in sincerity answer the question, why are Gen Z not having any sex?
I'm having sex.
Oh!
What's well,
The
hold on.
certified sex haver.
You hear that?
I have some, and it's lovely.
But
I
do you think
wouldn't
just
say-
generally, why is your generation more prudish? Do you have?
That's not true. Is that true? I
think
know it's
there's research
statistically
into
true.
this. Yeah, statistically.
But anecdotally, everyone around me talks about it.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's. Also
I think that's why.
Are you
I think
spending too
there's-
much time with Olga? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
I think because the theater of it has been like it's seen as such a social currency now. Like people like, you know, like when I'm scrolling, a lot of the stuff is about like how to get laid and the science.
Really?
Yeah, or like the science behind
pick up
it.
advice?
Yeah, and stuff like that. And I think it's turned into like a performance instead of something you just do.
Perhaps one of the things that's I'm sorry, I forgot that this is this one and not the other one. It wasn't surely one of the things that's driving it, like the fact that cities are so expensive, and so if you live
with your parents.
people are living with their parents. It's less of an attitudinal change and more of an economic one.
Interesting.
Oh,
Yeah, that actually checks out. That makes
Yeah.
sense to me.
Yeah. Where are you gonna bang? The woods? We had to revive the great British tradition of dogging.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it's going to be like, Telegraph column like, young people complaining they can't have sex because they still live at home with their parents. When I was their age, I'd just have sex with my mum. Yeah, that was how it was done in those days. You made do what you had, didn't you? Mum was there. No one enjoyed it, but that's the way it was.
I maybe also with the
It's you continuing in good faith. This is very funny.
Maybe there's something
Interesting.
Interesting point. Let's put a pin on that.
Let's put a pin in the sort of quite, I'd say, desperately unhappy close your eyes and think of England incest thing that Milo said.
And just go
I
back
got
to
a
whatever
pin on
delightful.
Joe and Lai still. That for me is pinned still.
We're still pinning. I mean, look, I'm always ready to talk about Joe and Lai, but I must warn you, like Milo, my base of knowledge is very, very, very broad and about as deep as a puddle.
Can you explain to me what that is?
Joe and Lai, well, I think he was the president after Mao. Am I right? And he opened up China, kind of.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Well, he was like, oh, this is
He's
not
the one who
good.
made it like all capitalist.
No, that was the Deng Xiaoping.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
I
he
knew
kind of
that.
did the deal
Him I
with
know.
Nixon, but to like kind of normalize relations with America.
Oh.
Oh, he was like, this is bad. We got to open up a bit. If I'm not wrong, you guys might know more than me.
I don't know. Well, mine. No, I think
not a
we're
good
on a
thing.
similar level of depth.
Who was
here.
president when you were born?
Oh, I was born in '98. Who was that? Is that Jiang Zemin?
When you said president, I thought you meant of the United States.
Yeah.
That was Bill Clinton.
Yeah, it was Clinton.
My ex.
Well, they gave me China for a bit, but
They have a VR furries now.
Okay, well, that's a way to make it affordable.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right.
That's a way to not run up a fucking
The
dry cleaning.
metaverse.
Dry cleaning.
Thank you.
That's very good.
Yeah,
That's
although
very good.
And in those VR chat rooms, you're not allowed to walk through someone because they have a phantom. They have like a phantom touch disease.
Wait, are you allowed to walk through people in a chat room?
Well, not anymore because of the woke left. I'm so serious. Like, if you're in a chat room and if you walk through someone, they'll go like, "Please don't do that." Like, I have like phantom feeling, and then the mod of the room will like kick you out. They will like, cancel you. They're like, "Can you stop doing this? You're like making them feel unsafe."
you're making them feel like they don't exist
Yeah.
in this virtual
Why don't they just
reality.
wire it so that you can't walk through people?
Oh,
What,
you'll
turn
be
on
you'll be a
click.
great mod.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
why are
they
you,
got a
the thing is,
police-
why are you expecting people to have restraint? Just have it not be available to them.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, it's not available IRL. I can't walk through you.
I
Well,
think
I
Have
can
you tried?
see straight through you, sure.
Have you tried?
I think because they want it to be like you have to respect the fiction of it. So like if you're allowed to walk through someone, like they all know that like you can walk through someone in VR, but they're like, no, we want you to really commit to like this is reality, so don't walk through me.
I bet some people are getting off on being walked through. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
It's phantom feeling and it's making me calm.
Yeah,
That's what I want.
maybe.
I'm trying to build a big machine so I can get walked through in real life.
I'm trying to get run through in a very literal sense.
Yeah, like Forrest Gump style.
Yeah.
Someone running at you with such pace that
Yeah.
they just tear you asunder.
They go right on. They go right on through to the other side.
I've been red, Jerry.
Mhm. That's right.
I'm asunder.
Yeah.
Which Wikipedia page are you on?
Oh, I was just checking who was the premier of China in 1998. You were right. It was Jiang Zemin.
Oh,
Ding, ding, ding.
how is he doing?
How's he doing now?
Has he passed away? I'm not
Do
sure.
they have a little like dinner the way they do in America of all the living leaders?
He died so recently.
Oh,
He
really?
died in 2022. We didn't mark it.
Fuck.
We didn't mark the
Fuck.
occasion. We didn't mark the occasion at all.
Oh.
Damn.
Hopefully someone did.
R.I.P.
I'm sure. I mean, surely someone must have done.
96. He
presumably.
gave it a good go.
Yeah. I mean, look.
Yeah.
You know
But
what
he
they
was
say.
old when he was president then.
They're all old.
Yeah. Well.
Apart from Obama.
How old is Obama?
Obama was in his 40s, early 40s when he was president.
Well, early bloomer.
He was pretty young when he became president. It's amazing how much being president aged Obama though.
Mhm.
You look at like a picture of him from the start and a picture of him at the end, and it's like he's had like a cursed amulet or something. It's like
He should have used GR7, the thing that I use.
Is that the thing that makes your hair not gray?
Yes.
How does it work?
Ooh.
Remind me.
It stimulates melanin growth in the follicles.
That's like blackface for the hair.
yeah,
It's exactly
We're
like
all
that.
thinking it, buddy.
We're
We're
all
all
thinking-
thinking
Oh,
it.
should I
Yeah.
not have said it?
It's a
No,
great
no, no.
it's a great way to give yourself like natural African hair. No, it just stimulates melanin growth in the follicles. That's all. Because it basically look. Everyone who listens to the show or watches this show knows I'm a strong believer in identifying and arresting the natural processes of aging where you can find them.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's like the Brian Johnson of the podcast. The guy.
Brian
who-
Johnson recommended GR7.
Well, there you go. He's the billionaire that transfuses his own son's blood to stay young forever.
I've heard of this.
Well, that he's that for
Is
a
that
podcast.
true?
I mean, yes.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
What a nice-
Question.
Yes.
Does it mean that your hair stays the color that it is, or does it's whatever your natural hair color
Yeah,
is?
correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly right.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I don't know if it's working.
Will it turn the white hair that you do have back to your natural hair color?
No, I don't think it will.
Okay.
It's more like you can. It's with anti-aging stuff. You can always. It's really difficult to reverse something, but you can like pause it or slow it down.
I'm seeing some really good facelifts that have the scar on the inside of the ear.
Oh, that's clever.
So good. Looks so good.
How come you don't want to age?
No.
I feel like growing old is a privilege.
Oh my god, you're the smartest person I've ever fucking met. Jay.
That's not
Okay.
true. But maybe I'm at a point of privilege. I don't know. I like growing.
Yeah. No, it's I think I'm just I guess it's a thing where I get super interested in stuff
Yeah.
and anything that I can like really obsessively learn about. So this is anything happened for like wine, certain parts of certain parts of history. For me, this is no different than just my interest in like the Proto-Indo-Europeans.
And it just
Wow.
happens that it makes him hot.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's a byproduct that he's not really actually interested in.
That's right.
It's just a hobby for you.
Yeah, it's just a
love it.
hobby. It's just
Yeah.
learning about stuff. And so then like, okay, well,
a lot of people are afraid of being hot, but Riley actually thinks it's a real privilege. Getting
If
hot.
you look at the Glue Factory group chat, it's Riley sending in like LED red light masks.
yeah, I'm currently doing red light therapy research right now.
What?
Let
Oh,
me know
yeah?
what works so I can buy it.
I'm currently right now. I'm still reviewing the available literature. I'm trying to identify because it's hard to find with skincare stuff. It's hard to find studies that weren't commissioned by the people that are making the thing.
Yeah. Well, it's an issue with pharma as well, isn't it?
It's why it's like there are actually so few active ingredients that do anything. Like any collagen you put in your face is doing nothing. That you just don't.
But also, people say that drinking it doesn't make any difference. What
Yeah,
makes a difference?
I believe it's the
Bone broth.
So you can stimulate collagen production, but like eating just like eating fat doesn't make you fat. Eating collagen doesn't give you more collagen
Collagen-y,
because you just
yeah.
break it down and digest it. You can stimulate collagen growth. You can stimulate like hyaluronic acid production, right? You can do all of that. It's also why like anything that advertises itself as being like there are some things that have enough of a body of medical evidence behind them that they are worth doing. Like vitamin C, tretinoin, or retinol, stuff like this. There's a very small number of things that actually work.
SPF. Thank you very much.
SPF
This is an
actually
SPF
works.
forward
Oh.
podcast.
Oh yeah, there are a very small number of things that actually work. And I guess for me, my interest in them is kind of like my interest in lots of other things, which is like, I want to know everything about it.
I want to stay fuckable so
sick.
men listen
Yeah.
to me.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, what was
Joe and Lai was famously asked about the long-term effects of using vitamin C and tretinoin, and he said too early to tell.
Well, you
Very
do
good.
wonder what the long-term effects of like putting an incredibly strong dose of vitamin A on my face every day will be, right? Because that's what retinol is, vitamin A.
Right.
It's
Okay.
a huge amount of it that sort of keeps your cells turning over and being like, that keeps them turning over quickly so they don't just sort of die and sag.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
It is actually interesting.
What's your number one hobby or
Wine.
interest? Ooh.
I think wine. The thing is, I was saying this to Olga earlier. I'm making a New Year's resolution to drink more.
Yeah,
Okay.
fuck dry January. I'm doing wet boy January. I'm doing moist January.
Because I have a wine collection that I sit and look at and I add to, and I like learning more about the different regions and then getting really
Oh.
excited about like, I don't know, Côte Rôtie or whatever.
You have a big interest in like time passing with like aging and wine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Ooh.
You want to age like wine.
Yeah.
That's really, wow.
That's why I keep myself in a cellar.
It's like your
Yeah.
Dorian Gray is your wine collection.
Yeah.
That's your portrait of Dorian Gray. Fucking hell!
Yeah.
Wait, it's getting worse? my wine collection is
you have
getting shittier?
Yeah. They're all really light whites. They don't age.
No, it stopped at the glass stopper. You're supposed to drink that immediately. No!
It's got no body. It's not gonna age.
Riley, no, that's a Sauvignon. It's an inexpensive Sauvignon Blanc. It's under a screw cap. No.
How many bottles do you have to be considered a collection?
I think you can consider any amount of bottles of wine collection.
Really?
More than
See, So
one?
like, I think I think more than one.
I think it's if you are buying wine to not just like turn it over and drink it. If you're buying it because you're interested in it and you want to like have a little library, you can have a collection of 12 bottles if you're not like turning them over.
Ooh.
I've got the world's largest collection of barefoot Zinfandel.
Yeah,
It's the
I wonder
whole
if it's
cellar
less
of-
the number and more the
The
niceness.
intent.
Because like, can you have a collection of Joshes?
Oh yeah,
You
the
know
Josh
the
wine.
Walmart wine?
Gone off
It's
that
called
Josh.
Josh. It's called
Yeah.
Josh.
A collection is actually the mass noun
Yeah.
for people named Josh.
Me and the girls just joshing.
Oh, that'd be a really fun girls' night name for a place with a Walmart. Is it could be like a WhatsApp group of like local moms called Joshing Around.
And then
Yeah.
you could do an ad where it's like, okay, so it's a husband calling his wife, and he's like, everyone's giggling. He's like, honey, is there someone there? And she goes, no, just Josh.
Oh, yeah.
And he's coming over because he's jealous.
He's coming over. He's got a gun.
Yeah.
It's a 4-minute ad. It's taken out during the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. He's driving home, loading a shotgun.
Yeah.
Wait, and then he shoots at the bottle, and it's bulletproof. Josh now in bulletproof glass.
Perfect. Yeah. Kicks down the door and is like, I'll kill you, Josh. And then the ladies are like, we already did. Yeah, how about that one?
That's
That's really good
dibs
stuff.
copyright.
Dibs copyright. So wait, we're pitching commercials to Walmart now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think Walmart should turn into a bar at night. I think that would be
Oh
fun.
my God,
Oh my
lounging
God,
in the bedroom
yes.
section.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
The Josh bar.
Hold on to this idea.
Husbands in the gun section.
That's so
Husbands in the gun section, wives in the Josh, and then 45 minutes they switch.
Yeah.
Whoever gets the gun section second has the real advantage because they get to be drunk with the guns.
And the thing is, if they make a mess playing Russian roulette, the cleaning section is right next door.
Okay.
Swiffer.
It's like speed dating, but with concepts of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you get nice and drunk at the beginning, and then you rotate through the different sections: guns, cleaning, outdoor furniture,
Bop
paint.
it.
The bop it section of Walmart.
We've done the bed and bar section, but in the gun section, you can reach beyond.
Yeah, we can really we can start really, or you can sort of start mixing and matching sections, right? You could, for example, customize an AR-15 with a speak and spell.
You can.
Yeah, have the charging handle charge the speak and spell. So instead of firing at someone, it can then say what a cow says.
Yeah.
Or taking a
Intimidating,
gun
but fun.
into the sauce section and using the barbecue bottles as like target practice.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun.
Perfect. Yeah.
I was like, it's time for a rant.
You could make your own sauce. Perfect. Oh, don't shoot at the Josh bottles. Though.
Ricochet all right off.
Yeah. Don't ask me how I got this awful nick on my shoulder.
It's okay. There's SpongeBob Band-Aids right next to it. That's fine.
It's like one of the mums has a walking stick. She's like, took a ricochet off of Josh.
Took a rick off of Josh.
Yeah.
All too common. It's a really common mom injury.
You know, they say there's no such thing as friendly fire.
I would love to go to IKEA after dark.
What are you doing in IKEA after dark?
Just walking. I would do the same thing, but it's at night.
Just pretending to have various lives in various flats.
Yeah, they should have an IKEA hotel.
Oh my
They
God,
should
that's
turn
fucking
that
genius. Are
into
you
a
kidding?
Hotel at night.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And all of it acts as advertising for their furniture. Like, look how amazing this is.
Well, they could do, there's this principle where you go to a hotel, right? And they have like their sort of whatever brand of like soaps and hand creams they use and whatever brand of like robe and slippers but robe that they use. And they say, if you love the robes and towels enough that you take them, we'll simply add them to your bill. So they sort of say, it's instead of saying like,
If you like the flat pack bed.
yeah, if you like the flat pack, just take it. We'll add it to your bill.
Yeah.
Here, we have an Allen key for you. Just disassemble any of the furniture you want to take with you. And we'll just
Do
add
you
it to
love
your
this
bill.
Torben Lust TV stand? We'll add it to your bill.
Yeah, I heard he was in the 2019 labor intake.
Yeah, that's right. Do you remember there was like a Tumblr blog back in the day where they would
There is an IKEA hotel.
where they would just post, it was called IKEA in porn or something like that, and they would just post screenshots of porn and label all of the IKEA furniture that was in the background.
I love
Wow.
that. I love that.
That's beautiful.
Now I wonder if IKEA were behind that. Was that like guerrilla marketing?
That's so clever.
Yeah.
Because what if
That's
just
really
IKEA at night is just a porn set?
Yeah.
Well,
Bonnie
anything.
Blue having sex with 1,000 men in one day must be a sturdy bed. Yeah.
Why-
Must have been screwed together real tight, I reckon.
Why, look, that's an ectorp.
Yeah.
That's something you would say during sex.
Hey, get off. No, I wouldn't have an ectorp.
But what if you're coming over to hers
She's got an ectorp. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
and you're taking the Josh?
I couldn't fuck on
I'm
an
not
ectorp.
taking the Josh. I'm leaving the Josh also.
Yeah.
Leaving the Josh. If there's an ectorp, I'm out. If there's a Josh, I'm out. Get out of here.
Luring Riley into a kind of hidden camera type situation with a cheap bed and a cheap bottle of wine.
What's the thread count on this? I keep just losing an erection
Yeah.
immediately.
No. No, it's scratchy. Scratchy. Is there polyester in this? No.
I think ultimate like Hades-like torture for you is like a beautiful woman, but she has like low thread count sheets, and you have to drink a glass of cheap wine.
I don't think that's Hades-like torture. I think that's just sort of unpleasant. You're mistaking like all of the tortures in like Inferno were all sort of ironically shaped to the sins of the people. Like, what was it? Fornicators were blown around in the wind all the time, all this stuff.
Yeah, so,
They were just blown all the
so
time.
wouldn't your ironic thing will be cheap wine, surely?
Well, I have nothing against cheap wine.
But you don't like it.
I don't like it, no.
Oh.
I have nothing against it. Some people,
Yeah.
you
Well,
like
yeah,
it.
and fornicators don't like being blown in the wind. They're not against people being blown in the wind if that's what they want.
Blowing
It's
in
like
the
us and the
wind
furries.
Sounds kind of fun. That's not a punishment.
Yeah, it feels like a roller coaster.
Yeah, or like sky
Yeah.
gliding.
Mm.
Yeah.
What would your hell look like?
Maybe I'd just be hungry all the time.
Wait,
Why
that's
was
just a punishment. That's just Tantalus.
But that's also just you,
What, I'm
like in
hungry all
real
the time.
life. Yeah.
I'm less hungry now.
Oh.
When I was 9, my family brought me to a haunted house in my hometown, and it was the theme was like it was hell themed.
Okay.
And
The haunted house was healthy.
Yeah, it's like Chinese hell. And then the first,
Chinese hell.
it's different. It's a different hell.
Everything's in Japanese.
Yeah. Well, in Chinese, because in Chinese hell you can get out of it. I
Oh,
think
okay.
in
Oh my
the
god,
What do you do?
Christian-
what can you do?
You just go through it and then you become like a animal in the next life or something.
Oh, so it's like an obstacle course.
Yeah,
Like a
it's
Tough
like
Mudder.
it's like a cleanse.
Okay,
And then
that's,
the first stage I remember seeing was someone getting their tongue cut out because they were like rude to their parents.
That
okay,
seems
so
like a haunted house that was designed by parents.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, wouldn't want to be him, would you? Being rude to his parents looks pretty bad.
And this is they could make it really specific as well. And it's like, this is a young boy who won't shut up in the car on the way to the haunted house and from the haunted house. And look, he's having his legs minced.
Oh no.
Look at him in
Yeah.
Chinese hell having his PlayStation taken away.
Yeah. That's a good trick because like if it's like a white family, they'll be like, see, this is across all cultures.
Yeah,
I didn't set this up.
Yeah.
Do you feel
Yeah.
like it disciplined you?
No, I didn't look at it. I closed my eyes. I found a trick to the haunted house. You can just not look.
That is actually a
Clever.
life hack
Yeah,
for hell. If
people
you're ever in
do.
hell, close your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it-
That's a great, you could take that one step further. A great way to not get scared by a haunted house is to walk right on by. Just don't go in.
Yeah.
Just don't go into the haunted house.
Being in a saw trap and just being like, I refuse to participate. And Jigsaw's like, come on.
Come on, take the key out of your arm with the
Yeah.
with the leads of this car battery.
Oh, what? You want me to just kill you? Like, yeah, fine.
Yeah,
And it's like,
I
well, there's
don't
no
care.
fun in it. Like, you've got to play the game. That's the point of the game. I spent a lot of time on this game.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not even gonna kill. I'm gonna you because you. This is an insult to me, and I'm not gonna entertain it. You can
Yeah.
fuck off, and you just get released.
Yeah. Oh, but then you're then like, because he's like making it just like it's just really sad that you don't want to play my game. You're like, no, I'll play it. No, okay, all right, no, give me the car battery back. Yeah, I'll dig the key out of my arm. Yeah, look, I'm so upset. Just stop crying, man. Just stop. I'll play it. I'll do it.
Yeah, I've worked really hard on it. I stayed up all night making the metal all rusty and weird.
Jigsaw's entirely DIY. He's like artisan. He's like Etsy.
Do you know how hard it is to buy rusty, weird metal? All metal that you buy is like new. Sucks.
He's like on YouTube being like, how to Rube Goldberg machine.
How to,
Yeah.
How to, or you ever think he saw goes on YouTube and it's like funniest way to kill someone? Elaborate.
Yeah. Most fucked search history. Just like, can you?
He's just going jackass.
Yeah. Like, right, going on r/arms. Like, ever had a key in your arm? Possible? Question mark.
It's like, oh, is this guy saw mods? Can you ban this guy? He saw.
It's
Yeah.
Jigsaw.
We have Jigsaw's back on the foot. Then Jigsaw captures the mods and it's like, do you want to ban me from r/arms?
Yeah.
I was like, who's r/arms for?
Yeah, I don't know. Arm enthusiasts.
I remember when Saw 6 came out, one of the promotions was like they had this program on MTV called Scream Queens,
Yeah.
which is different from the popular Scream. It's like a audition, like boot camp kind of thing. And these women would compete to get a part in Saw 6. Do you remember this?
That's
program?
okay, but that's actually genius though. So
It
like
was-
they would have to act scared.
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
that
it's
the-
like X Factor but acting. So each episode you have a different acting challenge.
Okay.
And like
you want a part in Saw 6?
I love that.
I've left the contract inside your arm.
Really arm focused, this version of Jigsaw.
Yeah.
He's on
He's-
r/arms
So r/arms is a subreddit for some kind of a game
for Nintendo.
for Nintendo.
Ooh.
r/legs is a mature content subreddit.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's very little limb representation. r/limbs maybe. Maybe that's where Jigsaw is posting. r/limbs. Community not found. No such thing.
Oh.
The whole limb having community is going unserved.
We should start it.
R/limbs.
Yeah.
r/limbs. Hey,
I don't want any part of this.
That's what's bad about it. I bet there's a subreddit for people with no limbs, but there's no subreddit for people like us with limbs, right? Because of the woke left.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's just looking
It's
at
the
you with
when's
disappointment.
Men's Rights Day, but for limbs.
Yeah.
For limbs.
Yeah.
Some refs, I just need you to get out of your system.
Yep.
Yeah.
You gotta get him out.
You got it. Well, that's how Jigsaw feels about limbs.
Get
Are
him
you
out
a
of
big
here.
Saw guy?
I used to be really scared of Final Destination. Remember that?
You think
I-
you were gonna get Final Destination?
Well,
So the concept is it's like you were meant to die but don't, so then like fate gets you anyway.
I remember Final Destination 3, the roller coaster one. So like how the premise of Final Destination 3 is like the roller coaster breaks down, but only half the roller coaster breaks down. And the latter half of the roller coaster they survive.
Right.
And so the latter half, like they all got pictures taken that day. And in the picture was the clue of how you're gonna die. Do we not know this movie?
I haven't seen it, but that sounds amazing.
I have vaguely heard of it.
Is
Yeah,
it okay?
yeah.
Can I ask one question? And I'm assuming this is a spoiler, but the thing that gets them, is it like a supernatural force or is it a person?
It's like I think it can't be. It's like a supernatural force. It's kind of
like
like
fate, right?
Yeah, it's like fate.
So you
It's a bit
not
like it's a bit like
personified.
it's a bit like a Greek myth, sort of.
Mm.
It's like you had a
Yeah.
destiny that the Furies are going to visit upon you.
Yeah. The
I-
one who got fucked to death by a swan, that was crazy.
What?
In that movie. It was a Final
He's
Destination.
referring to a Greek myth.
He's
He's
talking about
referring to
a
a
Greek.
Greek myth
He's
again.
talking about
this
a Greek
Greek
thing.
What is
You're
this Greek
explaining
myth?
that in a tired way. It's so
Is it
great.
Zeus? Zeus who?
Yeah, Zeus.
Yeah,
He
I
does?
thought Zeus
fucked Leda.
Zeus fucked Leda as a swan, but
Yeah.
the swan doesn't fuck anyone to death in Greek. I don't think anyone
No,
gets
no,
fucked to
no.
death in Greek mythology.
No, I added the to
You
death because
added
of the
the
Final
thing to make
He's
it
Destination.
more Final
exaggerating a
Destination.
Greek myth.
You were exaggerating something for comic effect. I thought better of you.
I know.
Come on, man.
But we do need, maybe we do
I hate
need
horror movies
a
so
Greek
much.
mythology horror film. And that's a riff I won't do because it will scare you too much.
I hate horror movies.
Why? Because do you think the people in them are stupid? You just
No,
like, turn around.
I get so visceral. Like most of my hobbies, whether it's interior design, wine collecting,
He's like a rich
anti-aging.
white divorced lady. That's his lifestyle.
You do have the hobbies of like a horror movie victim though.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I like things
Like,
to be.
my wine collection. Nothing will ever happen to my
I
beautiful
know. Yeah.
house with my wine
I
collection.
like to keep things nice and homeostatic.
Okay, can I? I'm painting you a picture. This is your scene in a horror movie. We open white rug, and then he's telling off someone for like drinking Coke or whatever, or drinking red wine while standing on the white rug. He's like, no,
You know,
don't
I
do
have
that.
that rule about any big party I have at my house.
Of course, and he's like,
Yeah.
don't do this, don't do this. The guests leave. Something happens, and then we see blood on the white rug. or even red wine on the white rug, you've been killed. And the word not. And,
it's a pullback and reveal.
Yeah.
I've been killed and I spilled the wine in the
exactly.
red
So
wine
not
rug.
only you
That's
being
really
killed, not the
funny.
worst thing. The worst thing is there's red wine on the white
Well, that's
rug.
why I don't have white
really
rugs.
funny.
It's you in Chinese hell going, no, it's not going to come out. You got to pour white wine on it.
I find some things just visually to experience them to be quite stressful,
Like murder.
like horror movies. I find it very stressful in a very unpleasant way, which is why I spend a lot of I spend a lot of time trying to keep my reality that I live in very calm and even.
Yeah.
That's
Horror
very
movies are
fair.
kind of like the Tang Fastics of movies.
I hate that. I
Yeah.
hate that.
His favorite movie
Yeah.
is like the animation of lo-fi beats to study to. That's
Oh,
its
yeah,
calm, it's
yeah,
vibesy.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Yeah, not much happens, but it's sort of pleasant.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Restored in
Sometimes
4K.
her head goes like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I am.
You
Yeah,
like
but
a
it-
slice of life.
That's why, yeah, truly. But that's why I put so much effort into making my environment very calm and balanced. Because otherwise I find it like visually stressful and hard to be in. That's why I've spent so much time sort of researching all of the best like kinds of light bulb to buy so I don't it's not sort of so bright that it makes me stressed out, basically.
Ooh.
What's the best light bulb for that?
Thank you for asking. It's the Kalex E27 gold filter.
Sponsor us.
Yeah, Kalex, come on.
Ooh.
Again, it's light that I find unstressful to
Is it
be
closest to
around.
the sun or something?
It is slightly, so it is.
No, I asked.
So what basically there are, and it's both me and my mother are like this. We're kind of sensitive to very bright lights and find them just a bit stressful to be like I can't really be relaxed. It's one of the reasons I don't really do much work at the studio. I find the lights really unpleasant in the ground floor. And if you find that kind of like some people find white bright direct overhead light very harsh, very hard to be in. So you have a lot of light that is horizontally oriented around the eye line with like shades, and then any bright lights up top are all frosted in yellow color, and then have a lower strength LED coil in the middle, and that just means you turn lots of low light sources on rather than a few very blazing white light sources on. You get the same amount of lumens throughout the room, but they're spread more evenly, so it's less unpleasant to be in.
You would have hated being interrogated by the Gestapo. I mean, not many people loved it, but like,
They don't ask a single question. They turn the white light on me, and I'm like, I'll tell you everything. Just let's get some horizontal dim lighting in here.
no, most people find the bright light fine, but this is kind of ableist. Actually, we should get it. So, do we have the frosted bulb? Hans, do you have the?
Well, I mean, it is a neurodivergence thing.
Yeah, no, it's not fair on him.
No, we need to start everyone off at the same baseline. It's an equity thing.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's going to jank off all of our analysis of which tortures work the best. Okay, if the light is affecting different people differently, it's going to be, maybe he's not confessing because of the new questions. So we have to give him the more gentle light.
We need to A/B test the new torture method.
I'm not doing this out of compassion. I'm doing it out of interest in the scientific
This is
method.
the Saw prequel, Jigsaw's origin story.
Yeah, Jigsaw's as what like
reasonable Gestapo guy.
the Gestapo guy who's really concerned with like methodical rigor.
Yeah, wants to do A/B testing.
Yeah, he wants to find the
Narrow
actual
it down,
effects.
Miles.
Victory!
Yeah.
The millennial
Yes.
pause is like when on local radio,
Yeah.
the lag between the reporter and
Yes,
coming back to the
yeah.
anchor, and the anchor's like,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like that because
Dozens dead.
yeah.
What else in lighter
Lovely.
news?
Yeah. Because
Well,
for
that's
1
the
second,
American one. That's the British one. that you just did.
Yeah.
Lovely.
It's
Lovely.
the racking out the papers. Lovely.
Yeah.
But after dozens dead.
Yeah.
Sorry, the footage was wrong. I was supposed to be saying that about a duck.
Uh-huh.
That had a little scarf on.
No, I was
But
supposed to
actually,
say
that was the report about the dozens who were dead.
the dozen,
And then
dozens-
after the duck with the scarf on, I accidentally said chilling stuff.
yeah. can you just edit it so I say chili stuff and then that seems at least a little normal? We can't really do anything about the lovely. That's sort of we're sort of stuck with that one.
We've got to cut in a lone E, real edit chili stuff.
A news report about a duck with a scarf on.
Yeah. That's plausible. Like that's
100%.
more American news.
No,
though.
that's more People's Daily.
It's the local duck that wears a scarf knitted for him by Janine Anderson. She cares passionately about the cold ducks at the pond. We spoke to her. Yeah, like that would be the.
And she just gets on and she's just like, the vaccines are turning them all gay.
Yeah.
Who? The ducks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, you're not helping with that sassy scarf.
She believes the vaccine, vaccine runoff in the water is turning the ducks gay, but she's supportive and is trying to make them like more cunt. She's trying to make the ducks more cunt.
I made this duck assless chaps, but they're knitted.
I made this duck a duck fursuit.
Yeah, I made this duck a human suit, huh? Yeah, you enjoy that? I'm part of the. I'm a very meta furry.
A metaphor?
Yeah, I'm a metaphor. It's
metaphor song.
Yeah. Would ducks call it like the smooth community? Like my smooth sona.
My smooth my smooth sona is what, like a guy that works as a dentist in Grand Rapids. My smooth sona is someone who my smooth sona is like a guy who never got his life together but has finally moved out of his parents' place and has his first apartment.
I actually think there should be more extinct smooth sonas. Like